Alright, hi. I've tried to film this video probably 10 times. I tried days ago to film it as a day in the life, and I've tried to film it today 5 times just sitting here, and I haven't been able to do it, so I'm just going to do it really fast. This video is about the apps and the way I set up my devices in relation to productivity and things like keeping me on track in my life. If we go ahead and swipe up right here, here's my home screen. I just have the weather and my to-do list on the actual home screen as widgets. This gives me a quick glanceable view at things that I want to see pretty frequently. If we go ahead and open up things, I always open up things right next to my calendar because they're kind of related. Things 3, that's what this app is called. It's my to-do list app of choice. I organize all of my tasks into 3 different lists: personal, creative, and work. It's the same over here on my calendar: personal, creative, and work. Kind of bothers me that they're not in the same order. And I mainly use my calendar for scheduled events, which, as you can see, I don't really have too often. But I use my task manager all the time. It's what runs my life. Everything that I have to do, it goes from my head right into this app. As you can see today, I have to clean my room, film this video, email Belroy, and then download a couple movies. In addition to the 3 lists, I also use tags to better organize everything. It just helps me better sort all my tasks, and then I can search for it easier. Besides the main apps Messages, Apple Music, Photos, Mail settings, Files, I want to talk about Notes. I use my Notes app a ton. I write a summary of my day every single day. In my good things, I have all my video ideas. It's basically my second brain. I've heard it I'm not the first person to say that, but it is my second brain. I have a personal folder and a creative folder, just like the other apps. And then I have an archive folder. Personal and creative hold, not apps, they hold notes that I want to access and change and reference all the time. So I'm constantly switching in between notes that are within these 2 folders. I also have archive, which is basically a bunch of notes that I want to keep, but I don't really use all that often. Every note has at least 1 tag on it. Here are all my tags. This just, again, helps me better sort my notes and find them when I'm trying to look for them. Unlike things, though, my tags actually have another purpose in my Notes app, and that is smart folders. So, in my videos smart folder, for example, it pulls all of the notes that have the video tag and the idea tag. That just helps me keep the video ideas separate from other creative projects, right? And I always open up my Notes app next to ChatGPT because oftentimes I'll have an idea and I kind of want to get it written out really, really fast. That way I can, think about other things and then just see the idea visualized. And ChatGPT is great with that. That's pretty much all I use it for, other than asking simple questions I don't know, an MBA related question or something. I use Safari as my main browser. I use Safari mainly just because Apple prioritizes privacy so much. They don't keep any of your information, your history, is stored on device, not on some server somewhere. And I really care about that. I, at some point, want to make a dedicated video about digital privacy because I feel not many people talk about it and not many people know how it can be used, but that's for a later time. I use YouTube, Photos. Here is Procreate. I use this app to draw my wallpapers, posters, stickers. Sometimes I do animations, mock-ups. I love this app. It's probably my favorite app on my iPad. It's super powerful, super intuitive, and it just makes drawing fun. As far as video editing goes, I use Final Cut Pro. Apple makes it, and so that's the one I got. I know other people use DaVinci Resolve and LumaFusion if you don't want to pay the subscription for Final Cut Pro. I have YouTube Studio, which helps me just keep track of these videos and then like respond to comments and mail settings files. This is an app that not a lot of people will know. It's called Timery. I have started tracking my time, which it doesn't have a very large sample size, but eventually I'm hoping to be able to see like how I'm spending my time and whether I can better use my time for these videos and school, things like that. I have a couple shortcuts that are automations, I guess, that run based on the same personal work and creative focus modes now. If I turn a focus mode on, it automatically starts that timer in Timery, which is really beneficial. That's mainly what I use my iPad for or with. My phone is pretty much set up in the exact same way. I'll add a screenshot of my home screen, I guess. I just took it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I guess one thing that not a lot of people have talked about that I find really useful is both my iPad control center and my phone control center are set up in the exact same manner. Even, the little buttons at the bottom of your lock screen, I have those toggles in my control center too. That just allows me to develop kind of like a muscle memory when, on my devices, and so it's not as hard to use the control center. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about things that I use or you have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. I will see you tomorrow with another video about my iPad, coincidentally. I'm going to be talking about the iPad versus the Mac. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.